Hey everyone, and welcome back to another amazing deck profile. Today we have Gravekeeper's, one of my favorite and one of the oldest archetypes in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! I've been playing this deck on and off for years and years, and this is the newest version I have of it, and can't wait to show y'all. Let's get into the deck profile. First off, we start off with 3 Gravekeeper's Covenant. This is 3 of in the deck for sure. You send it from your hand to the graveyard to add a Necro Rally from deck to hand. Good, useful card in the deck. Then we have 3 Gravekeeper Spiritualists, which is a polymerization for the deck. While Necro Rally is on the field, you can use her to fusion summon a monster. Then we have 2 Gravekeeper Noblemen. This card I used to run at 3, but I've downsized it to 2. It's still a decent card for the deck. When this card is destroyed by an opponent's type position monster, destroyed by a battle, you can special summon a Gravekeeper from your deck and face down defense position, so it starts out any Gravekeeper in the deck. Then we have 2 Gravekeeper's Recruiters. When this card you control is sent to the graveyard, add 1 Gravekeeper with 1500 defense from your deck to your hand, which opens up almost all Gravekeepers except for this one, which is Gravekeeper's Spy, the original searcher and summoner of the deck. When this card is flipped face up, you can special summon 1 Gravekeeper monster from your deck with a 1500 less defense. My apologies. Then we have, I'm sorry, attack, not defense. Sorry, my brain's still a little fried. Anyways, this is a Gravekeeper Heretic. As long as you have Necro Valley on the field, he is unaffected by all card effects, including Necro Valley itself, which is kind of funny, but he's still an 18 beater that basically can be a nice little shield on the field. Then we have 1 Gravekeeper's Headhunter. When this card's normal summon, you can special summon 1 Gravekeeper from your graveyard. That's a level 4, face up attack position or face down defense position. And that is it for the monsters. Let's get into the spells. First, we have obviously 3 Necro Valleys. This is the heart and soul of the Gravekeeper deck. You cannot play the Gravekeeper deck without it. Well, you can, it would just be awful. Anyways, it is a good card to stop almost any deck that revolves around the graveyard, which is most of them. Basically, all your Gravekeepers get 500 extra attack and defense. And cards in the graveyard cannot be banished. Negating card effect that would move a card from the graveyard to a different place, and negate any card that would change the attributes or change the types in the graveyard. So it just stops all types of good graveyard shenanigans. Then we have 3 Royal Tributes. This card is a very good card for the deck. Basically, when Necro Valley is on the field, activate it. Both players send all monster cards from their hands to the graveyard. Great way to remove them pesky hand traps and to take care of any of your opponent's opening engine pieces that they need. Then we have 3 Necro Valley Throne. This card will add the Gravekeeper to your from your deck to your hand, and it has a second effect where after this card resolves, you can normal summon another Gravekeeper. Then we have 2 Hidden Temple of Necro Valleys. This is a good floodgate for the deck. You can activate this card when you have a Gravekeeper and Necro Valley on the field. No, you nor your opponent can special summon monsters except for Gravekeeper's monsters. Necro Valley or Gravekeeper are not on the field. Destroy this card. Then you have 2 Moon Mirror Shields. Good card to equip to your Gravekeepers to keep them from being easily taken over and to take over anything your opponent may have that may be a little too big for the fight. Then we have 1 Terraforming. Good, just get Necro Valley in the hand. So if I can pick them all up, that would be nice. There we go. Next on to the traps, we have 1 Necro Valley Temple. This card, if you control a Gravekeeper in Necro Valley, your opponent's monsters lose 500 attack and defense, which means with the combine of Necro Valley, it's 1,000 difference between you and your opponent. Also, if you do not have a Necro Valley in your field spell, in your field spell zone, you can activate 1 from the graveyard or 1 from your hand. And if this, yeah, so it's just good to keep recurring back your Necro Valley. Sorry, just having a hard time tonight. But I wanted to get this deck profile out for y'all tonight, so I'll push it through it. Hint of the Necro Valley. Hidden Tombs of Necrovelli. My apologies. Basically, this card stops your opponent's spell, card, and monster effects from activating if you control a Gravekeeper and have Necrovelli on the field. Those could just stop all those. Then we have one Kamakuri Destruction Cannon. Change as many monsters on the field to face down position. Then then either player controls a face-up monster, they must send all them to the graveyard. So good for taking out your opponent's field. They're little pesky link monsters and everything. Also can reset your Gravekeeper's spine, which is good. Then we have 3 of the funniest cards in the deck, and one of my favorites, since Konami decided to put my skill drain to 1, is lose 1 turn. This is a very funny floodgate right here. Basically, you can only activate it when you don't have a special summon monster on the field, which is not a big deal with this deck. But what it does is this. While a monster is face up on the field, negates effect during the turn that monster was special summoned, and if it's an effect monster that is special summoned in attack position, change it to defense position. So negate the effects of anything that was special summoned that turn, regardless of their position. But if they summon an effect monster in attack position, it goes to defense. Really cool little tech card. It's a floodgate that I really like. Then we have 3 torrential tributes, good for just wiping the board clean. They have no monsters no more. Nothing. Just good little wipe. Then finally we have 3 solemn judgments. I was torn between this, solemn warning, and solemn strike. But judgment to me is still the better because it's a basic no. And no matter what your life points are at, you can activate it. And that is it for the main deck. Let's get into the extra deck. Next deck, we play 2 of the boss monster, Gravekeeper Supernaturalist. This card is one that you can play at 2 or 3. Do not play it at 1, because it hurts really bad when you lose all of them. I've had lost all 3 before. Trust me, it does. But this card will gain attack and defense equal to the combined level of the materials used to summon it. While Necrovelli is on the field, this card and any card in the field zone cannot be destroyed by card effects. During your main phase, you can activate this card's effect. That during the end phase, you can add 1 Gravekeeper monster or 1 Necrovelli card from your deck to your hand. That's the only thing I don't like about this card, and it makes no sense why they did that. You could just go ahead and add it, but it is what it is. Just try not to forget it, like I have done so many times before. Then we have just some good little super poly targets in here. We have the Garura. We have 2 Swamp Dragons, 1 Preplant Dustbean, and 1 Preplant Typhlosion. And yes, we do have super polys. They are in the side deck, which I will show off after this. And you'll get understanding about the other cards in my extra deck, like Thousand Eyes Restrict and Last Warrior from Another Planet. Thousand Eyes Restrict, good thing to stop your opponent's monster from attacking, and absorb them in. Last Warrior from Another Planet, once he hits the field, he wipes the field, and all you can do is set monsters at that point. The ultimate floodgate in terms of you ain't doing nothing. Then for the link part of this, we have 1 Access Code Talker, 1 Nightmare Phoenix, IP Masquerena, and 1 SP Little Knight. Just some good generic links. Then for XCs, we're only playing 2. We are playing number 41, The Terrible Tired. Then we're playing Time Thief Redoer, 2 good little generic level 4s for the deck. I might at some point put Zeus back in and take out 1 card. We'll see how that goes. Next is the side deck. Now, side deck will get messed with more often than the main deck, but I will still show you what I got. First, we have 3 super polymerizations, just good for board breaks. And the reason to decide not the main is you never know what you're really going to go up against, and I will always have as more of a side option. Then we have 3 of the Ultimate Slayer. This card is an amazing little card you can pick up for really cheap. Your opponent cannot activate monster effects in response to this card's activation. You can send 1 monster from your extra deck to the graveyard, target 1 monster your opponent controls, the same card type, and shuffle that into the deck. So your opponent's card is going to go right back into their deck that they summoned. Then we have 1 Harpy's Flare Duster, 1 Dark Hole, 1 Call by the Grave, and that's it for the spell part of the extra deck. Side deck, not extra deck, my bad. And here is why we have the Last Warrior and Thousand Eyes Restrict. 3, Waking the Dragon. It's a fun trap card when you pull it off. Maybe it's in the deck because once you go first, they're going to start signing stuff to remove your field zone and your back row. So what's the best target for that? This right here. Please hit my back row. And then when you hit this, I summon Last Warrior. Then finally, the one annoying anti-fragrance spell. Consider in case you go to a deck that's spell heavy, and that way you can prepare for that one next time. Now we do have just 3 monsters in the side deck for it, and it just makes this a little stun deck. 3 of your Fossil DNA Patchy. Just a good little card to stop your opponent from doing all types of special summon shenanigans. But guys, that is it for the Gravekeeper deck. I said it's one of my favorite decks to play. I will always find a way to rebuild it, remold it, and keep going. And I know I'm not that big of a YouTube channel, but if Konami hears this somehow, please give us some new Gravekeeper support. We are dying down here. We keep getting blue eyes, red eyes. We got Metamorph, which was weird. We need Gravekeeper. Give me some more Gravekeeper stuff, please. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Catch y'all later. Bye.